Hey everybody, and welcome to the daily card reading for Friday, the 18th of 2025 for the collective. As always with these, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I'm playing with the Occult Tarot deck today, and if you'd like to, if you feel called, like, comment, share, subscribe, follow, get the word out there. If you feel like you want to donate, I have Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, and MetaPay at the moment. I do not have any Apple products, but if you give me a source of like an app that is downloaded accessible for Google and or Android, let me know, because I do have a Google App Store. Okay, you want to reverse yourself. So we have Five of Pentacles reversed. I'm not going to butcher the name. I suck at names. So it looks like there's going to be a learning curve at this point for like learning liberal sciences such as like sociology, psychology, entomology, anthropology, history, economics, language arts, liberal writing like advocacy for liberal rights, liberal views like in politics and such are going to be prominent today, especially for like trans rights and rights for those that are minorities and marginalized communities, not just trans people but like women, people of color, basically any minority figure, those with mental health issues or mental health illnesses. There's going to be some short journeys going on today in your studies for mental illnesses, in your education. It's also going to, there's going to be something around your home life or your domain that is going to affect you internally due to like how you were raised in early childhood from like age 0 to age 9. So like birth date 2nd grade, it looks like. Lack of pragmatics and lack of logical thinking can be a factor, like logical fallacies or not having logic or not having a matured enough logic to things. There is a sense of finding something, a sense of being found, a sense of belonging, a sense of taking off those horse blinders finally. There seems to be holding people accountable and rebirth. Souls that died of sin can be redeemed, so there's a lot of like redemption factors if you so choose. Choice is a very big, prominent thing today. Law of choice and law of thought. And we have Cameo, I believe it is. It's called the Fool card. He's not called the Fool card, but Fool card. So like jester's privilege, foolhardiness, acting foolish. Fool for You by the country singer sticks out. I don't remember who sings it. I think it's actually called Tall Tall Trees. I think it's Alan Jackson. Whoa! Here we go, having cards pop out at me. Understanding animals and listening to water sources, like water guides and those that you feel like are waterheads or water beings or water gods, like Gur or Poseidon, Neptune. Those that deal with water alchemy and emotions and subconscious work. Answering things for future reference. Going and talking to future selves about infinite loops and time loops that you may have caught yourself in. Rebirth, reincarnation. Peacocking sticks out. You're parroting, you're not being fully authentic, some of us. A few of us are being authentic, but it makes us look like a fool. There's going to be a lot of lover's energy reversed today as well. So there's a lot of insecurity, a lot of jealousy, frivolousness, infidelity, feelings of betraying yourself even. There's a lot of introvertedness, a lot of two-faced behaviors like Jekyll and Hyde syndrome, DID, BPD, narcissistic rage due to jealousy, frivolousness, home wrecking seems to stick out. Child pleasures, child affairs, childhood dreams and hopes, self-pleasures, dispositions, and how you appear to others is going to be highly affected today, especially when overcoming challenges or trying to find success or trying to find luxury and harmony and harmonize the situation between your finding out what you did about your physical relationship or your resources or your court cases or your finances or your hospitalizations or something that deals with a lot of earthy energy in the physical life. About your love or about jealousy, or where you might be still harboring resentment due to jealousy or toxic traits. Not necessarily toxic masculinity, because I don't like using that term, but like frivolousness and like low empathy, like only caring about themselves, centralized logic, basically. Me, basically. Like the song I Want to Talk About Me by Toby Keith. So you might be faced with somebody that may not love you anymore, or you may not love somebody else. Because, like the Beatles say, love has a nasty habit of disappearing overnight. And that song is called Looking Through You by the Beatles. So there's going to be a lot of men and women and trans people going into talking out loud, or not even having to talk because you know things, like intuitively. Separations. Separation anxiety. Disillusionment sticks out, like having a reality check about love and what it really means. You don't love me, you love the idea of me, and you love how I appear to others. You love how we appear together towards others. Making dispositions and learning about yourself and your mental health will help you, especially when you are dealing with someone with personality disorders like narcissistic personality disorder, DID, BPD, something else, any mental health that will affect how you appear to others. Even depression or PTSD or like bipolar even. The fact that you can feel like you have the power over other people is an issue. So being sure about autonomy and knowing the full power of autonomy would be wise. It looks like you don't want to stop having sex. You don't want to lose your child. You don't want to lose your inner faith and your childlike wonder and your innocence. But you know that the cycle needs to stop for it to happen. Talking about your envy or talking to an envious creature or something about your feelings can be helpful. Talking to those from envy, like say Leviathan. Talking to people in lustring, like say Asmodeus, for a little bit of help on how to control yourself and regulate your emotions so that that doesn't happen. There seems to be a lot of introverted earth signs like Virgos, Capricorns, and Tauruses that may have a fixed mindset or may be reserved in talking or may be over analytical in giving advice. Very detailed advice can be given as long as you are ready to hear it. Your answer today is not until you work on your jealousy factor. Otherwise, the cycles are going to continuously repeat until you learn not to bleed on others with your jealousy or your envy or your greed or your hate or your resentment or your bitterness or animosity and demonization towards other people, even yourself. You are demonizing yourself when you say that you are better off alone, and you mean it in a way that is not healthy. Like, if you feel like you're better off alone than with someone who doesn't get you, that's fine. But doing it in a way of selfishness and vanity is not. Working hard at communication is key here. There's no need to speak, there's no need to act, there's no need to cry about it. But without purpose, without feeling anything, and without aggression being let loose productively, that will hinder your progress. So making sure that you understand how to release your emotions with confidence, emotional unavailability, and no contact or low contact due to sexual tension is why you're going to find out what you're going to find out. So you're going to find out eventually Whether or not that's today is up to you, and whether or not you take action. And you don't even really have to do anything. You already know the answer. You don't really have to do anything. You just like a little bit of reassurance. So you'll probably hit somebody up for like a reading or advice on this, and they'll tell you what you have already come to realize. But that's what I'm getting for the 18th of July on Friday of 2025 for the collective. As always with these, take it resonates if it doesn't. Thanks for joining.